Welcome to today's market analysis with ThinkSmart. So my name is Tumishola Oluwa. Today I'll be analyzing the market, looking into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and from the Forex market to look into EurUsd. All right, let's start with Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah, so for Bitcoin now, we want to look at what are the market opportunities, what do we expect. Let's start with the daily time frame. What do we expect from the market in the coming week? Let's look out for what to expect, from the market in the coming week. All right. Yeah. So this is the weekly time frame, and let's look out for what to expect for the coming week. All right, so this is the daily time frame. Let's identify some key levels of support and resistance within these levels. Okay, so okay, so we zoom in. All right. So we discover that in the last few past days, say 2 to 3 weeks now, we saw the price of Bitcoin rise, and price of Bitcoin rose to 224k, all right, to 25k, all right, from 18k, okay, and as at this time, we saw price begins to retrace and, broke down the previously created, the recently created support, and broke down, and currently trading at the 19k price mark now. All right. Now it's a question of what has been happening, what is happening, and what is most likely going to happen. That's what we want to evaluate here. From past historical data, we can see that there has been consistent fall in price, okay, and we saw that price went up a bit, okay, creating a bearish flag. All right, creating a bearish flag. Okay, price went up a bit here, creating a bearish flag. All right, and definitely a bearish flag is that. Let me explain it very well now so that you would understand. Now, a bearish flag occurs when there has been a consistent fall in price. As you can see, there have been a consistent fall in price, and suddenly price starts rising up in wave-like function. All right, in wave-like manner. So it's tend to be identified as what a bearish wedging flag. All right, same thing applies in the bull market. If price have been going up for a while, all right, and price started tilting down in wave-like function to the downward side, while the other end is also maintaining a wave-like movement towards this place, forming a flag-like shape. Okay, forming a flag-like shape, not a descending triangle shape now, but a flag-like shape. All right, then you will identify it as what a bullish wedge flag. And what do you expect there? Mostly a continuous momentum in the bullish direction. All right, so now that we have been able to identify what these wedges are, all right, let's now see how to take advantage of the market opportunity that it might have created actually. All right, so we can see that for a while now, a bullish a bearish wedge flag was created. As you can see, it's not as though it's in a straight line. You know, don't mistake a bearish wedge with an ascending triangle. All right, so you look at an ascending triangle, probably there's a support level like this. Ascending triangle moves like this. All right, it keeps rising while it creates a support. It keeps touching the support level. All right, but the same is not said for a bearish wedge flag. All right, what you see on a bearish wedge flag is price just moving, in a way whereby okay, you get, so in a flag like manner, in a flag like pattern. All right, now you will discover that in this place, this previous high is lower than this one, and this is lower than this, and this is lower than this, and this is lower than this. All right, but the same is not for an ascending triangle. All right, an ascending triangle, it's not as though the next price movement would create a higher high above the previous one. No. All right, but it will consistently touch the support level, the resistance level. All right, so but the same is not, you can't see the same applicable to the bearish wedge pattern. All right, so what we can see here, let me take this off. All right, so what we can see here is quite different. Okay, so we can see a bearish wedge pattern here. Now, and because it's a bearish wedge pattern, we saw what happened next. All right, it would always continue in the previous direction at which it had built momentum. All right, so you can see here that it went down, it broke this support level, and then the price rallied a bit here and then went down again, and we can see price doing the same here. If we zoom in closer to this, we can see price is doing the same. All right, here. So where should we expect price to move to in the next coming week? All right, expect price to fall to the next support level. All right, to complete the bearish momentum. All right, and then we might see price rally here, okay, before further fall in price. All right, that's all things being equal. Okay, but currently we are in a state whereby fundamentally the general market is bearish. Fundamentally the general financial market is bearish. Okay, it would be unsafe, okay, to be trading in the other direction as against what the technical analysis is pointing to, and as against what the fundamental analysis is pointing to. Okay, so we can see that for excess of persons who wants to scalp, then you want to think of buying and selling, at a short price movement. But it is not safe if you want to buy and stay for a long term. All right, for my own end, because this is not a financial advice. All right, it's more like an educative session. All right, so but it's more safe to buy low. All right, and then look out for price going up. Also, you can also apply the dollar cost averaging trading strategy to help you edge against losses. So these are what we might see in the coming week. We might see price, all right, falling, okay, in the coming week, all right, outside this support level, all right, outside this support level. So that is what we might see, in this coming week, all right. So you can see here now, price might just calm down and touch, and will definitely calm down here, all right. That's the 18k mark. All right, if it could not hold up on this 18k mark, it might end up falling further. All right, and the Bitcoin market movement, price movement is more like what is predominantly used to it's more like a matrix, all right, to look at other alternative coins. Okay, so these are what we will look out for, like a bearish momentum. Okay, let me just let me label it. Okay, sorry. Here we might sell a further selling price. Okay, we expect a further selling price, all right, at this level. Okay, a further in price continuous. Okay, continuous. Okay, we can see further. Let's put it better way like this. Further sell. Oh yeah, further fall in price. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here we see further fall in price, down to 18k. If the 18k mark could not hold it, then we would see 17k this week. All right, so that is my projection for Bitcoin this week. Okay, so let's look at the lower time frame, the 4 hours chart, to see what price is actually doing. Okay, now interestingly, we can see what price is doing. Now if you look closely, you will discover that price is building momentum in this kind of manner. All right, a sign that price is falling. Okay, is falling while leaning on a support. Okay, and that shows that this support level might continue to become weakened as price keeps leaning on it, which might give room for a further fall in price. All right, so here is what I mean. So you look at what price is doing here. Okay, see? Do you see it? Do you see it? So, do you see it? Now, and it's leaning on price, on the support. All right. The more it touches the support, the weaker the support. Okay. The more it touches the support, the weaker the support. So there is no escapism for a further fall in price. Okay, there is no escapism for a further fall in price, as we would see price continue to fall. All right, so this is more or less like a descending triangle. Okay, it's more or less like a descending triangle. Okay, so because it's constantly touching that support, all right, while building momentum to the downward side. I believe we are, getting value from this, and learning how to what to look out for when analyzing the market. All right, good. So yeah, we would now, the comment section is opened. If you want to ask, if you have any question, you can always drop it on the comment section. If you also want to want us to analyze and other cryptocurrencies, we just have room for one more. All right, then in our next market update, we would always share with you. All right, so here is it. If you look further to the 1 hour time frame, you would see that momentum, the bearish momentum building up as well. Okay, the bearish momentum is building up. See how price is moving. Okay, that's that downward trajectory, that downward momentum. Okay, that tells you a lot. Okay, that tells you a lot. Okay, that you can see that slopey downward momentum. It's definitely giving us that fall or sell signal. All right, so you should do the needful. Yeah, so let's look out for Ethereum now. Let's analyze Ethereum. Yeah, so the Ethereum market is anticipating the merge. The Ethereum market is anticipating the merge. All right. Yeah, so a lot of persons are anticipating the merge. Myself, I'm anticipating the merge. All right, so yeah, so first of all, we need to map out levels of support and resistance on the daily time frame. Yeah, so both major and minor support resistance are very important. Both major and minor support resistance are very, very important. All right, so let's look closely to what is going on here, because while all these are also important to us, what is happening currently is even more important. All right, good. So yes, so now technically it's very important for us to view things from a technical standpoint while we anticipate the merge. All right, we can also see that over time the Ethereum market has been falling. This has been falling since November. Started falling when it got to the almost 5k at November 2021, and has been falling. And currently we can see that there has been, if you look closely here, if you look closely here, the momentum we see here is an anticipation of the merge. All right, and one interesting thing that people don't know is that the merge might not impact price immediately. All right, now the merge might impact price. They might what the merge, let me just give you a brief insight into what the merge will do. What the merge will do for the Ethereum ecosystem is going to make it robust. All right, and it's going to create room for more projects to be built on the Ethereum network. Okay, now, and as more projects are being built on the Ethereum network, okay, it's strengthening the Ethereum ecosystem. All right, now this might not directly impact price. Now, very important, this might not directly impact price currently. All right, but might impact price and will impact price in the next bull market. Okay, in the next bull market. Now, what we might see after the merge is a short-term momentum. All right. So if at all market reacts in a bullish direction, but it will be short-lived. All right, it will be short-lived because the fundamentals are not pointing us to a bull market yet. The fundamentals are pointing us to a bear market. So don't get carried away. The the merge is not a messianic occurrence or situation, all right, that will change everything in crypto. No, all right. The merge is just one out of many things that will come to improve the blockchain ecosystem. So let's dive in straight to technical analysis, looking at the daily time frame and projecting what we expect in price. Looking at what Ethereum has done in the last few days. Let's look at let's use our trend line at this point to analyze the market. Okay. Good. So look at what we have here. We've been able to put this into a trend line, and we saw how price moved. So you tell me what you from what you see, okay? Because when you are trading the financial market, what is important is what you see, not what you think. All right, what you see, the reality is more important than what is abstract and in your head. So follow the flow. Market moved up like this, came down, moved up, came down, now moved up. So what is the next direction that you expect that the market would go to? Okay, the next direction is for market to come down. All right, yeah. So these are part of the possibilities, technically, from the technical analysis standpoint, that price of Ethereum would fall further. Aside the merge now, the price of Ethereum would fall further. All right. Now, what would happen? What would be the worst case scenario when the merge actually happens? All right. Now, when the merge happens, we might just see Ethereum, if price is still rallying at this level, all right, we might just see Ethereum, go and hit the 3K mark, all right, the 3K mark, okay, and starts coming down, okay, and starts coming down, because most definitely it would, at some point it would rally, but the fundamentals and the macroeconomic environment would definitely still play a role. All right, no asset class no asset class is immutable from the current financial situation ravaging the global market. Okay, so definitely, even after the merge, all right, Ethereum would still continue, would still return, bearish, if at all it goes bullish, for a short time. So, but outside the merge, if there was no merge, what do we expect from the market this week? Okay, what do you expect from the market this week? We expect price let me see if we can. Okay, yeah. So this week I expect price, to calm down, you know, most likely touching the 1K mark. All right, and then price might rally a bit, then breaking down further. Okay, so yeah, and all these are subject to all things being equal. Okay, ceteris paribus, to say some other things might happen and the market change. However, from what we are looking at right now, okay, the market is projecting in the bearish direction from the chart pattern, okay, down to, if you look at it, the candlesticks that we are even seeing, currently are more of fully bodied bearish candlesticks. Okay, fully bodied bearish candlesticks that are breaking supports and resistance. So if you look at this level now, price went up here and came down here. What do you see? This bearish candle, fully bodied bearish candle, broke through this support level, because it's a support level here. This is a daily time frame, so at least it's quite significant. But we can see that price broke out, downward, and then rallied a bit, like a retest, like it should always do, and point down further again, in a very strong way. Okay, and we can see the price rejections creating wicks up above here. All right, so these things gives us some confluence, and to say market is actually looking towards the bearish direction currently. So let's take a deep dive into what's it called, EurUsd in the forex market. EurUsd. All right, so for EurUsd, what do we expect for EurUsd? Oh, interesting. What do we expect for EurUsd? All right. Yeah, so let's map out levels of support and resistance. Okay. All right. Levels of support, levels of resistance. Okay, let's take a closer look to what we have here and what is currently happening. So, definitely we can see that price had been on a bearish momentum. All right, as it's on a free fall. You can see it from here. Price had been on a free fall, right from here. Okay, price has been on a free fall. Yeah, so okay, here we go. Here we go. So you can see already, I'm just creating that channel so we can see that price has actually been on a free fall. All right. So but when we take a closer look, because we are trying to look out for what is the current market opportunity that we have in this market. Okay. This is the daily time frame. Okay, and that shows that each candle on this time frame are formed in a day. So when you look at this, This was Thursday's candle. The market closed on Friday and it closed with a bearish pin bar. Okay, but however, you could see a look-alike bearish engulfing candle here, a bearish engulfing candle. All right, you can see it here. Let me see if I could get this to. Okay, I don't know if this made it more obvious or something, but then I'm just trying to map out the fact that I'm looking at these three candles, the last three candles. Okay, so if you see what on the last three candles, you discover that this bearish candle covered up this previous candle and closed below the lows of all these other candles. So you see all these other candles closed, above it, and you can see this one closed below all of them. Look at where it's closed. It's closed below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, closed below 6 candles on the daily time frame, and on Friday we now have a bearish pin bar. All right, this alone passes a message for us that the market, the EurUsd market is bearish. Okay, so now what you want to do with regards to this market is to wait. Okay, because the market opens on Sunday, on Sunday night, which is close to Monday, and the market starts moving. All right. So, however, from what we have here, we might see price, come to this level, to touch the neck of the channel. All right, of the channel, so, or we might see price rally up a bit and then come down. Okay, so not so much opportunity is captured here on the EurUsd on daily time frame, but let's see what is on the 4 hours time frame. So when you look closely on the 4 hours time frame, you discover that price has actually also been rallying at this level. All right, now you need not be told that this level where price is rallying is a support turned resistance level. All right, because this level has actually held price from breaking up away finally. Okay, so you can see that price has been held here. Okay, price has been held here. The direction you might want to position for would now depend on, if the candle break out from here or breaks out from here. All right. So, but for the EurUsd market, currently I'm neutral because I'm waiting to see what direction does this previous week, would the direction this previous week creates is more like a ranging market. So I cannot say precisely now that okay, this market is looking to go bullish or bearish, all right, on the 4 hours time frame. However, I can say we always have to wait to see where the market breaks out from, upward or downward. I hope you got value from this session. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to be the first person to be notified when we have a new video being uploaded. All right, and myself and the team are working so hard to make this channel more better for you and more interesting to watch. If there are anything or suggestions you would like to give to the Fismal channel, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I look forward to having you to see your comments in the comment section, and let us know how you feel about the channel, how you feel about our content, and what you think we can do better. Thank you very much. See you next week.